Okay, guys, we're back. Part 3. We're going to do part 3 and 4. I'm going to finish this exam up. So go ahead, let's read 33. It says, the school plans to have a fundraiser before basketball games selling shirts with their school logo. The school contacted 2 companies to find out how much it would cost to have the shirts made. Company A charges $50 setup fee and $5 per shirt. B charges $25 setup fee and $6 per shirt. Write an equation for Company A that could be used to determine the total cost, A, when X shirts are ordered, and write a second equation for Company B that could be used to determine the cost, B, when X shirts are ordered. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and write the equations up. So for Company A, we have a $50 one-time setup fee and $5 per shirt. So $5 per shirt tells me 5x, and the setup fee is $50. So that's how much it's gonna cost there. And B charges $25 setup fee and $6 per shirt. So that's your 6x plus the $25 setup fee. Alright, so we did that. Now it says determine algebraically and state the minimum number of shirts that must be ordered for it to be cheaper to use Company A. So first we're going to set up to find out where they're equal to each other here. Oops, plus 25. So now we're going to solve for x. So I'm going to go ahead and put the x's on the other side. Because when I do that, I know I'm going to get a positive x on that side. So 50. Over here, we're going to have an x plus 25. Subtract 25 on both sides. So 25 equals x. That's when they're equal. They want to know when it's cheaper. They're cheaper when you add more shirts. So if you add 26 shirts, minimum 26 shirts, it should be cheaper. And let's go ahead and prove that to ourselves. So we plug in 26 for Company A, and this will be Company B. So B would be 6 times 26 plus 25. This should come out cheaper, so let's make sure of that. So 5 times 26 is 130. 130 plus 50 is 180. Over here, 6 times 26 is 156. I add 25 to that. I get 181. Okay, so 26 shirts will give you the minimum, or the minimum number of shirts. Okay, where Company A will be cheaper. Remember, 25 is when they would be equal. So let's go ahead. Next one. Graphing problems, guys. These should be gimme points. Alright. So right off the bat, I am going to just set up my grid even before I look at it. So this is 0. Remember all the positives to the right and up. So I know it's a pain to label them, but again, it's only going to take you a minute at most. All the negatives to the left and down. Okay. And down. Alright, so I got 2 functions here. I'm going to have 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. So I want to get an xy chart going here. And I also have the negative 2x plus 3. And I want to get an xy chart here. So let's take a look what they're looking for. They're looking for, it says determine and state all values of x for which f of x equals g of x. That tells me that these have to intersect at some point. So when I'm looking for intersection points, I want to make sure I graph through the whole graph. because I don't want to short a point. Sometimes they intersect in more than one point. So let's first go to y equals in my calculator. I'm going to type in the first one, 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. Second graph. And I want to make sure that I don't go above 14. So first one I'm looking at negative 13. So at negative 1, I'm in positive 13. 0, 3. 1, negative 3. 2, negative 5. 3, negative 3. 4, 3. And then 5, 13. So that's as far as I want to go with that one. And the other guy, y equals, clear that out. Negative 2x plus 3. Second graph. So again, I don't want to go past 13, so we'll go negative 5, 13, negative 4, 11, negative 3, 9, negative 2, 7, negative 1, 5, 0, 3, 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 3, negative 3, 4, negative 5, 5, negative 7, 6, negative 9. Pretty sure that's going to be it because I see that they're going by 2s, so forth. And I don't want to go further than actually 6 there, so I didn't need these last two. Alright, so now we're going to graph the points. So negative 1, 13 is here, 0, 3, 1, negative 3, 2, negative 5, 3, negative 3, 4, 3, 5, 13. Since this is a palabra, I'm going to graph this the best that I can. Okay, we don't need straight edges for palabras because they're curves. Goes up, arrows, guys, because there's no restrictions, so we need arrows. Alright, and we could label that as our f of x. You could just go f of x like that. Okay, our g of x, negative 5, 13, negative 4, 11, negative 3, 9. So you can see this is a straight line. And you want to go all the way through the graph. You just don't want to go where it hits it once, because we find out it actually hits it twice here and here. And use our straight edge that I created here. Arrows at the end. And now we can answer the question. Determine and state all x values, or all values of x, for which f of x equals g of x. So my x value here would be where x is 0. And my x value here is where x is 3. Okay? And that's where they would intersect. We're finding the x's, and that's what you would put. Okay, moving on. 35. Looks like we got another linear regression question. Linear regressions aren't that bad because a lot of it is just entering in data for your calculator. So the hardest part is remembering what to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go to Stat, Edit. We're going to clear anything out, so go to line 1, press clear, and go down, and they finally disappear. Alright, so it looks like our x's, which will be our L1s, are from 0 to 8. So I'm going to go ahead and input that in. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to make sure I got that. It's all good. Now for the test scores Y, we put in L2. So it's going to be 35, 40, 46, 65, 67, 70, 82, 88, 82, 95. Now, they don't match, so I think I messed up somewhere. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 35, 40, 46, 65, 67, 70, 82, 88, 82, 95. Where did I mess up here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 35, 40, 46, 65, 67, 70, 82, 88, 82, 95. Huh. You know what? I can't find where I messed up. I'm going to pause it, and I'll be back in a minute.